we got Brandon Moreno versus Tatsuro Taira. Now, I'm super excited for this one, and I'm surprised about the line. How is Brandon Moreno not the favorite? I think this line is very accurate. I think this is right where the line should be, but I think it should be flip-flopped. Why is Brandon Moreno the underdog in this spot? You already know I'm picking Brandon Moreno. I'm extremely biased in this one, too. What can I say? I'm a huge Brandon Moreno fan. That's my dog. Maybe not today, but maybe tomorrow. I want to be champion. I love Brandon Moreno, all right? That's my dog. I will be rooting for Brandon Moreno. Nothing against Tatsuro Taira. He seems like a cool dude. But Brandon Moreno is my dog. But it's just, you look at the recent fights. Sorry, I got to pull these over. Brandon Moreno, Tatsuro Taira. Who has Tatsuro Taira beaten to warrant him being a favorite over Brandon Moreno? Are we serious right now? Are we being dead ass? Are we being serious? What has warranted this? What has warranted? Alex Perez looked damn good in that spot up until he got hurt. Brandon Royval lost a split decision. The only rounds that Tatsuro Taira won in that fight were rounds that he was able to have like 4 minutes of control time. Besides that, it was one-sided for Brandon Moreno. Tatsuro Taira, his striking's looking better. I will say it's improving. It's not at Brandon Moreno level, and it's not at a Brandon Royval level. And besides that, Hyung-Sung Park, he stepped up on short notice, and he ran right through him, face crank in round 2. How does that warrant being a favorite over Brandon Moreno? We're comparing Carlos Hernandez to Davison Figueiredo? That's the level of competition we're comparing right now? We're comparing Edgar Chairez to Guy France? Are we serious? Are we serious? Jesus Aguilar, CJ Vergara. I'll put some respect on Jesus Aguilar. CJ Vergara versus Brandon Royval? Are we being serious? Brandon Moreno is the underdog here? Am I mentally insane? Am I missing something? This seems like a complete flip-flop. I mean, if Brandon Moreno was a minus 200 favorite, I'd be like, I could see it. Maybe it's a bit too wild for me to get behind, but I could see it. Brandon Moreno at underdog line is a great value play. I will 1,000,000% be having something on Brandon Moreno at this spot. I mean, it just makes all the sense in the world. Tatsuro Taira, 25 years old, he is going to get better with every single fight, so he's going to rapidly improve, especially in the striking, because we already know his grappling is elite. We already know at 25 years old, it's insane what he's able to do on the ground. Striking, though, I just don't know if he's going to be able to hang with Brandon Moreno. And we see Brandon Moreno is not a fish out of water on the ground. Brandon Moreno is a good grappler. He's good at scrambling. He's good at preventing takedowns. You can see his takedown defense, 64%. Pretty damn solid considering he's fighting the best on planet Earth for the last, 10 years? I just don't know how people are going so heavy on Tatsuro Taira. It doesn't make sense to me at all. Brandon Moreno is going to be the pick here. He's just proven so much more. 31 years old, Brandon Moreno is in his physical prime, too. We have seen the best version of Brandon Moreno. We're going to see it. We're going to see. He's already had the belt. Now we're seeing him on a second run, and that's the thing, too. People were worried about Brandon Moreno in terms of his mentality, where he's at mentally, where his mindset is at. He's already had the belt. He went through this rocky patch when he had these losses. Royval and Alexandre Pantoja, both split decision losses. It was a bad time for him in the sense of people thought mentally he was checked out. After this last little 2-fight win streak he's been on, he's been looking great. He's mentally bounced back. He has the momentum again. He's feeling like his old self again. I can see it in him. And that's what it makes me excited, because I'm a big Brandon Moreno fan. It's glad to see him being back. And although the level of competition in the wins aren't amazing, Merab Bazzi, not the best one. You see his record, it's like, oh my God, is this guy like Topuria or Ian Gary? No, nowhere near. Still a respectable win. Same with Steve Erceg. Steve Erceg hasn't proven to be the best level. However, Steve Erceg's still a very impressive win nonetheless, where he really kind of just had his way. He made Steve Erceg not look the best in that spot. So the pick's got to be Brandon Moreno. I think he gets the job done. I think a crafty veteran comes out here, gets the job done against the young buck like Tatsuro Taira. I think Tatsuro Taira is probably going to be the future champ. I mean, I'm totally with the Tatsuro Taira hype train. I'm all aboard. It's just at 25 years old, I think he's going to need a couple more years to develop. I think the level of competition in his way that's stopping him from being the champ right now is just too high of a level. In a couple more years, yeah, they'll probably be out the way. By the time Tatsuro Taira is 30, he'll probably have the damn belt. It's just at this point in time, I think Brandon Moreno, just too high level. He's in his physical prime. He has the much higher level experience. He's fought the much higher level of competition. He's beaten the much higher level of competition. And he's not a guy who needs to grapple to win. Brandon Moreno can win anywhere a fight goes. Tatsuro Taira at his highest level of competition against Brandon Royval, the only way he's winning rounds is when he's just wet blanketing. That's the only way he wins. Besides that, I mean, literally a 5-round fight. He won 2 out of the 3, or 2 out of the 5. He won 2 rounds. He lost 3. The 2 rounds he won, I believe he had at least 4 minutes of control time. So it just goes to show, I don't think he's going to be able to have that level of success against Brandon Moreno. Although I get people's arguments in this fight that it's a 3-rounder. I get it. And I think that does probably favor Tatsuro Taira because Brandon Moreno has all this 5-round experience. So I get that line of thinking. I totally get it. And I think it does probably help Tatsuro Taira if he comes in with a very heavy grappling game plan. Maybe he can exert more energy. Maybe he can push the grappling at a higher pace. I won't be surprised Tatsuro Taira comes in here and wins the first round. I won't be mind blown at all. It's just a matter of if he can get it done for the last 2 out of 3 rounds and kind of secure it on scorecards. Who knows? I'm going with my dog, Brandon Moreno. I am a bit biased in the spot, so maybe that's my own biasy, but I do think Brandon Moreno's just proven a lot more against a higher level of competition. 31 years old in his physical prime. Tatsuro Taira, not as well-rounded, and I think Brandon Moreno should be able to get the job done. So, does it for this one.